very good morning to you. I hope, can you all hear me all right? Do let me know. I just got a message come up in the screen. My microphone is muted, but as I see this section that it doesn't show muted for me. So can you just please let me know if you can hear me loud and clear? How's everybody this morning? Yes, Doris says yes, good, very good. We had a little bit of a mishappen with mics this morning, and that's why we were a little bit late coming live to you. And you know me, I'm not very technological, but we changed the laptops around and it's working now. So that's great. Phew, it was like a little bit of a stressful moment, but never mind. Right, so what we're going to do today is going to continue down our findings aisle. Last week I was planning to go down the whole aisle, and there are 6 bays in the aisle on either side, and we got to do like one on either side. So we did magnetic glass, we did other sorts of different class, we did toggle class, we did gluing class, and quite a few bits sliding class explained, and many of you loved it because, like, you know, you can it makes or breaks your jewelry making. I believe that using the right finding and using the right ends makes your jewelry looks like really professional, or like, you know, it can let you down a little bit. So hopefully today we're going to go through and we're going to go further down a little bit more. I'm coming towards you, Molly. Molly's on the other end of my trolley, bless her.
Morning.
And if you got any questions, please put Q in front of what you would like to ask. If you're new today, please put new in the comment box and tell us where you're watching from. So we had ladies from all over the world. We had ladies from America, well, not just ladies and gentlemen as well, I guess, from America, from New Zealand, from Sweden, Molly, Denmark we had. Who else did we have in the, like, recently new ones? I just put her on the spot, bless her. She's like thinking like, I can't remember, you just put me in the spot.
People from America.
A lot of people from America. Oh, everybody's saying good morning, Molly. So what I am so, like, you know, looking at all the different bits of pieces, what I really want to tell you that there is so much out there, and there is no right or wrong. So just because I like using a particular clasp, that doesn't mean that clasp is right for you. Just because I like to use a particular size of a bead or a particular size of thing, jewelry is all personal. So you catering it for yourself, you making it however you want to make it, and you know, make it to your own size as well. Me and Sarah, we always laugh because I can't really buy any jewelry in sort of a high street, because like bracelets, I love bracelets, but I love them a little bit loose, and even the largest size is always too small for me. It will fit me, but it will be a little bit tight, and then I find it uncomfortable. So I got used to making all my jewelry. Sarah has the other end of the problem. Anything she buys is too big for her, so she likes to make her own jewelry as well. And this is what's the beauty about jewelry making, that you make it, you cater it, you design it, you put your own spin on it. So let me just very quickly come and say hello to you. There's so many of you lovelies are here already. And morning, Teresa, Margaret, Helen, Carol, Francis, Annie, Mina, Charlotte, good morning, Alison, Debbie, Sam, Sandy, Pamela, Kieran, Angela, good morning, Joe, good morning, Lourdes, Carol. Carol is saying the sun is shining in Devon, but cold breeze. It is quite cold out here as well. Is the sun out? No, the sun is not out yet. It's still a bit overcast. I just looked outside the window here, but it's been raining. I have to say, I've been really happy with the rain, because our garden really needed it. Everything was so dry. So I think the weather is turning now, and I do like it as well, because we get to put the fire on, and it's just nice and cozy in the living room. We can all sit around the fire and watch something on the TV, and then, like, you know, it's the beady evenings that you don't need to go out, you don't need to do anything in the garden, so you can just stay inside and craft and do bits of pieces. Literally saying good morning everyone. Got my diet pop and the weather is windy with sunny intervals in good Oldham, South Yorkshire. I think it's going to be windy pretty much all over the UK. Good morning Sharon, Sheila, Angela. And just saying, and whoever is working behind the scenes, so Molly's behind the scenes. Actually, what I'm going to do, I usually don't do this, but I'm going to spin the camera for you so you can see. There you go. There's Molly. Yeah, you haven't met Molly before. I see on her face, she was thinking, oh my God, I got a bad hair day. Never mind. It looks nice. You look lovely.
Thank you.
Morning, Margaret, Jitty, Debbie, Doris. There's a thing, thought I missed you again. No notification, looked everywhere. Okay, now I will have a look in this notification problem because I think this is a Facebook issue. So I'll have a look how we can fix it, or I'll get Molly on it because she's a bit more technical than me. So Doris is not getting notifications like she used to get notifications, and now Facebook is not sending it to us. So maybe we just have a look. Good morning, Leslie. I'm interested at what findings are. We'll have to have this now on the way to Stansted Airport. Oh wow. I'll have to go away, but I don't think we're going to get away at all this year. Findings are all the little end bits, what you have to make your string of beads or anything you make functional. So they are your ends and tips and air wires are findings, or little pins are findings, what we're using in our jewelry making. Good morning, Margaret, Chef. Good morning, Come is saying it's chilly in Wiltshire as well. So I think it's all over the whole UK. George is saying it's clear, but should be clear later and be in the upper 80s. In Savannah, Georgia, it's raining there as well. Right, so let's get started. Right, I got loads of different bits to show you. Really want to get us far down. Good morning, Teresa Jane. As far we can get down. Morning Sheila, Pauline, Omni, so many love you. Morning Saba, Seema, Sharon, Linda. Linda's saying, I think this is the same to Molly. Nice to see you. Hi to all the people at the warehouse. Hi Linda as well. Linda is one of our locals. Natasha saying, love the warehouse, been there lots of times, helps that my aunt lives only 10 minutes away, so I stay there at the same time.
We have a question from Pauline.
Yeah.
What's the best metal to use for headpins besides sterling silver?
Right, so there is, we're going to get to headpins. I really want to cover at least 2 or 3 bays here because otherwise they're going to be here for weeks. So we're going to get to the headpins today. Fingers crossed if I don't chat along too long, and I'm going to tell you the different bits of pieces there. Headpins can be made of iron, can be made of brass, and they coat them with metal depending on what you really want to do. Sterling silver is quite a soft material, but if you're making a really nice earring, you're wobbling the camera, Molly, again.
Sorry.
She's typing away on the other side of the little makeshift trolley table, and then everything is going up and down. We haven't got an earthquake, don't worry. It was just Molly. Bless her. Right, so let's start with metal spacer beads. Now, our Paul is saying it's breezy but sunny here in Aberdeenshire. So I think it's sort of windy all over the UK. Hopefully we get some, maybe just a little bit of more array of sunshine in the next couple of weeks before it's completely turned. Right, spacer beads, and I'm going to grab these. I'm sure you had our spacer beads before. They come in many different sizes. I'm going to turn you down on the mat so you can see all of these lovelies. And I'm going to zoom out a little bit so you can see more. That's it. So comes in 6 different colors, as most of these findings. We usually have like a gold tone and a silver tone. Oh, Simon just bought the jewellery around. He came on the other side. He didn't want to be on the camera, bless him. Bad hair day, he says. Right, so we have 6 different colors. Now, I love this because you can really match the colors of the beads of the findings what you use. So with the rose gold I tend to use like reds and pinks. With the champagne gold I like to use like bronzes and sort of a cooler color of gold. With the gold one I tend to use gold but like olives and other bits of pieces as well. And with the silver again, so if you're using some really dark beads you don't want I'm gonna tip this out. Would you be able to get me a few of those little triangles? Because once I start tipping these out, we're gonna have to scoop them up with something.
I think it's Kieran, but I don't think that's
Yeah.
the name. She's just said, "Are we open to the public?" I was just going to reply to her, but I don't think
Right, so we're not open to the public at the moment because we all have to be safe and we are really sort of keeping an eye on what's going on. We have been talking about that we might do some appointment onlys. I'm not really sure at the moment. There is nothing set in stone. As a business, we have to stay really safe because if something happens and one of us catches, we're going to have to close down for at least 2 or 3 weeks. And then we won't be able to send out orders at all. So we just made a conscious decision that for at the moment we're going to stay internet only, and we will see. We might do some appointments later on in the year, but just really keeping an eye on what's happening around us. We just need to stay safe. My husband has got asthma and my son's got asthma as well, so I have to be extra careful. Paul is asking, what's the best metal to buy for head pins besides sterling silver, one that does not tarnish? Now we have got a new findings range coming in soon. I have to tell you about Pauline, which is going to be a non-tarnish range. So all of the findings, if they are plated over a long time, they will tarnish because the either electroplating or vacuum plating, the plating on the top of the metal over a long period of time. Kieran is asking, is this your own warehouse? Yes, the Totally Beads warehouse. Over a period of time, these surfaces, what's coated surfaces, will wear away. Now you can, some of the colors are better than others. I find the rhodium color is the best not to tarnish, the rhodium and the black, because it's the materials what they use in there, the colors they use to achieve that materials they use to achieve that color. Silver probably tarnishes the most. Gold is pretty much okay. I use champagne gold and the rhodium color most because for me that's what lasts long. But if you're in a certain medication, or if you taking something, or if you're using a certain lotion on yourself or perfume or anything else, they do all contain some sort of chemicals. With medication, that sometimes it comes out in our sweat, and that can change the color of the findings much quicker than they would naturally change. Again, if you are using a typical lotion, it depending on what's in the lotion, or shower gel as well, it could make your findings tarnish much quicker than what they would normally. So that's how to keep them fresher and the nice color longer is every single time when you make something, I either keep them in a plastic box, like a sealed plastic box, or I keep the jewelry what I made up in a little plastic bag. And what that does, and I'm going to pop this back in, what this does, these Ziploc bags, what does that, because I'm going to press the air out, press the ends together, and this one is airtight now, so it's not so much the air, but it's sort of the moisture from the air what gets to your findings and starts to color your findings, or starts to tarnish them. So keep them in the bags, keep them in the box, but as I said, we have got a non-tarnish range coming soon, but I haven't told you that. It has been shipped, so it will be here soon, but I haven't told you that. So yeah, so the 6 different colors it comes. Now this This is just a basic round shape. This was a 2mm spacer bead. Now this comes in many different sizes, and I'm going to grab another couple of sizes to show you as well, just to I'm going to put this gold one away as well. You know me with beads, I'm going to push this along and then all the beads going to go everywhere. Right, I'm going to leave this silver out, and then I'm going to grab a 3mm and a 4mm. It goes up to sort of even bigger one in sizes. Do I need to take that? Oh, yes. You won't be able to see it inside there. So you can just see they're exactly the same, but they are just getting bigger in size. They're all nice and round shape, and I'm going to get a couple of these out as well, and it goes up and up in size. So there is, like, you know, we measure it by millimeters, from starting from 2mm up to 10mm. Now what I would like to point out to you with the 2mm, that what sometimes people have confusion with is well, if you have a 2mm spacer bead in your stash, and then you get a 2mm crimp bead in your stash, they will look very, very similar, but there are a couple of very distinctive features in there that how you can tell what the difference is. Can you pass me a bag of crimp beads, please? Molly's just going to pass us a crimp bead in.
I know where they are, I've seen them.
Oh, she said she knows where they are, she's seen them. That's good. I think it's just right in front of you. There you go.
Size, any colour?
And any size, any colour. Right, I'm gonna need a needle as well. I'm just gonna grab a needle so I can put them on the end of the needle so you can really see the difference. Can I have a needle, please, Blakey? Yeah, that'd be good. Right, so I'm just going to pick this up. So these are my round beads I'm just picking up, and these are my crimp beads. So on the first glance, and I'm going to bring this up, on the first glance they look very, very similar, but these are functional ends to closure to use with your lobster clasp or any clasp, use with your color cloths, or even use with your wire protectors, anything like that. So they will be holding up your necklace, and they are your round beads. You can't use these there as spacer beads because you can add them between other beads. The crimp beads can be used as spacer beads, but the spacer beads can't be used as crimp beads, although they're made of the same material, so they're both iron, but they are work in a very, very different way. So this one, how to spot the difference: the spacer bead itself is more round, the crimp bead is more of a sort of a cylinder shape and a little bit squashed together. And if you look at the hole size, I don't know if this is going to show up, the hole size on the crimp bead is much, much bigger than the hole size on the 2mm round bead. So that's how you tell the difference. And I'm just looked at the bag and almost put the wrong ones back in the wrong ones. That's how to tell the difference, which one is your crimp bead and which one is your round spacer beads. Now, I have used 2mm crimp beads and 2mm round beads recently in the fringing kit we did, because it was I just wanted to get the color and take it all the way up to the back of the necklace. I wish we could buy anti-tarnish fabric by the meter so I could use to line jewelry rolls and boxes, but can only find it in America, and the postage is eye-watering. I have a look in for you, see if you can get some in. I know exactly what you mean. They do like little bags as well, and you know, as you would have your makeup bag, I guess, which is folds out. they do that for jewelry as well, but it's just got like sort of a little poppers where you can pop your necklace and bits on it. So do have a look if I can get a few one in for you. Right, so moving on from on to beads. Now metal beads comes in all sorts of different sizes, again many different colors. I'm not gonna get all the different colors out. I love these ones, these little cubes. They're just little decorative. I would use them in between beads. Let me pick up a couple in between beads, so you can just really add a little bit of dimension to your jewelry. They like, how can I say, they're not quite, spacer beads are not quite your bread and butter, because they are, you know, not an essential to make a necklace, because you need your clasps and you need your beads, but these beads are your, what would you say, like maybe your cordial to your water. So you can go without it, but it just makes life so much easier and so much nicer. So cubes, and there are large cubes, come in 3 different sizes as well. I'm going to stop taking stuff out of bags, because then we're going to be here about 3mm, 4mm. There is dice cube. Now difference between a cube and a dice cube, and I'm just going to show you the dice cube. The cube has got very sort of clear cut edges, and the dice cube is rounded. I love using the dice cube as well, because it's just a little bit more decorative. You see it? And again, it does give you sparkle to your jewelry as well, and spaces your larger beads out. We also have discs, black plated disc, and tubes and bits of pieces in metal. So all sorts of different things. Do have a look at on the website. Right, moving on to watermelon beads. Where is this one came from? Here. I love these beads. They are so good. I have tried to do a couple of stitching projects with it, which is on one of my trays at home. These are made of aluminium, so they are super light in weight. I mean, you get 10 pieces for £1. They are really decorative. You use it as a feature bead. Comes in all sorts of different sizes and all sorts of different shapes as well, but it's called watermelon because you have that grooving all on the outside of it. Let me find a different shape in silver. Just want to sail through these, so have that really nice. Again, you only need a couple of bits or a few bits on your necklace. I'm just looking, Gabby brought some down for me, but it hasn't got anything with these type of beads, some made up jewelry. They're really nice one to use. Even if you're just using 3 of them in a necklace, it just really makes the interesting focal point to your necklace. Ooh, and I'm losing these. So because they're made of aluminium, they are super light in weight, so they don't give so they're saying, ooh, watermelon beads are nice. Not seen them before. Yes, have a look out for them, because they are quite interesting. They're quite simple, because all you get is those lines going all the way around, but they're interesting to make. Right, moving along. Oh, there's another shape to it. I'll show you this one, the watermelon. So there's a rice shape as well in them, all sorts of shapes. So do have a look out for them, because they're nice to work with. Now, wire beads. So when we want to do we can make our own wire beads with pliers by forming them, but these are ready-made wire beads, and you get 6 for £1. Yes, 6 for £1. There's all sorts of different sizes, different shapes. I'm not gonna show you. I'm keep picking up a gold one today. I'm favouring gold today. All sorts of different shapes, sizes and shapes. Now this one is by Made, holding 4 different wires side by side. Let me just pick this up with a needle so you can see the whole of the bead side by side. Really lovely. And then this one is a wave. This one has a wave effect. That one's called single wire bead, and this one's got the multi-wire bead. So this one is more sort of organized, more like a band of wires, and this one is just sort of frilly, a single wire going all the way around. Again, a really nice focal bead for your jewelry making, or you need just a few bits to really spruce up and make it a bit more interesting. Things like, you know, these ones are, you get 3 pieces for £1. That shape, they also, where is this one goes? I lost my box. They are cubes. They look quite good as well. Loads of different bits of pieces here. And just pop these back. They came out of there, and they came out of there. Cubes are quite nice as well. There is a, let me just show you, there is a different color, so there is black one as well. Very modern, I guess, can give you a very modern look on your jewelry making. Right, and we are going in to stardust beads. Now, if you don't know what stardust beads are, you are going to love these. These are one of my favorites because the way how they make them. The aluminium still, they etch them and then they plate them so all sorts of different colors. But have a look how sparkly they are. And really only need a few beads again to make your jewelry more interesting and add a sparkle to it. They're really, you know, I love big crystals because they are give you like big blingy effects, but I love beads like this which still give you the sparkling effect but a little bit more toned down. I'll show you a bigger bead. Oh, let's have a look at the gold in a bigger version. But this one again starts at 4mm in size and goes all the way up to 10mm. So this one is an 8mm and this one is a 10mm in the gold. How gorgeous is that? I made Christmas baubles with some of these before and they looked really, really good. I just love the effect on them. I'm just going to pop these back. I'm not going to put it back in a bag, I'm just popping it back in the box for them because last week we did such a mess here. Oh, these ones, I love these ones. So these are called Crystal Rondo Spacer Rings. These have got a huge large hole on them and it comes in different colors as well. You can use them with larger beads because the inside of this is what's the word I'm looking for? Pivoted, is that the right word? Sort of dipping inside. A large bead would sit with it really nicely. What's interesting about these ones, that the crystals are on elastic, so you could take them up and swap them about, and it's just like a real sort of rivet sort of shape of finding, and then the crystals go over. It comes in many different colors. I just grabbed the pink ones here, but I'm gonna grab a couple of aqua one for you to see. Again, a really nice way to do jewelry and add it with larger pizza pieces, just adding a little bit of sparkle to it. Right, so we run through one bay. So I'm going to turn, and actually no, I'm not going to turn. These are all Tibetan star beads, so let's leave this and concentrate on to the colored findings, because I really want to get to show you quite a few today. Right, so move that a little bit further. Lourdes is saying perfect for angel beads too. I think that was the stardust beads. Are you referring to? Crystal rondos are so pretty, yes, and I love them too. I have got a couple of necklaces I made, and all I had is just sort of 5 of those rondos and 6 of larger beads, large rock-filling beads in there. One of my summer necklace is, I really do love it.
We've got 2 questions. One from, you never say her name.
Lourdes?
Might be that.
Maybe. I hope you said your name right.
What width is that spacer? Would it fit a 5mm cord?
This one, This one is saying, Simon, could I have a caliper please? I reckon they're about 20 millimeter in size and the hole is about 7 millimeter in there, but Simon just going to go and grab a caliper and we're going to measure it for you so you can see. So it will fit, definitely fit a 5 mil cord, but I think probably fit a 6 or 7 mil as well.
And then we've got a question from Bella.
I just pop this in the side behind my picture and then when, yep, go on.
So I've had Stardust beads, not from you, but they tarnished and lost their colour.
So the Stardust beads we have, I have made Christmas baubles with them, and yes, they only come out like for 1 month of a year, but I made them probably about 10 years ago, thank you, and they're still quite nice. So let's have a look. They are 17.4, so 80 millimeter in size, and the hole is, let's go into the hole, is 7.1 millimeter. Look, 7 millimeter, I was spot on. They're 7 millimeter holes. So they will definitely fit your 5 millimeter cord. But you can use it for other things as well. You could do with a little bit of macrame, just sort of have this in the middle as a design feature. Right, moving on to message rings, and I love these. I really, really do. So we have, they're all the same size. Now just pick one up. I picked Forever up. I'm going to open these up, and I love to use them in macrame. I love to use them just to in any sort of design necklace. Not, you can use it as a main feature because you can link from it from one side and link from it the other side and just have it sort of sitting here. Let me just bring this up. I'm just going to swap the cameras real quick for you. So you could have a message ring just sitting here on the side of your necklace. Do a stringing coming all the way to this side. I would do a magnetic decorative clasp on this side or a toggle clasp, and then do a strand with going all the way back and around. And these ones are really, really decorative, and what I love about them that they have these little messages on them. So this one says forever, this one says faith. We also have joy, we have kindness, we have memories, miracles, music, happiness, hope. I really hope this year, and strength. We need strength as well this year. Joy, peace. We have respect, spirit, survivor. We have trust. We have unity, wisdom, and wish. And then we do have these message rings in a, let me just take this out, in little hearts as well.
I've got 2 more questions.
Which they have, this one says love, joy and peace. We got believe, love and hope. And yeah, so we got 2 of the different hearts as well. Yeah.
So Margaret said, question, can we buy those calipers please?
We haven't got these calipers, but we do sell calipers on the website and they're only £1. Can somebody grab me a plastic caliper we sell, please? So these ones, oh, I don't know where we got them from. They are quite, but they can be quite expensive. So digital caliper, you're looking at probably about £15-20 to purchase. What we do sell online for £1, I'm just going to bring me one. We sell these little tiny plastic ones, which they are exactly the same. They work in exactly the same motion. Where is that bead gone? Well, we can measure the ring. They work in exactly the same motion as the digital one I just had. You just have to read it. What does it say there? So this one is 22 millimeter in size, and then the hole, again you can measure the hole the same way, and the hole is 15 millimeter on this one, and they are only £1. So if you need a caliper, if you want to know about your sizing, just get one of these to start with. If you bead a lot, and like I love my tools. Let me just pop me back in the corner so you can see me. So I love my tools, and I do have cheaper and more expensive tools, calipers and all sorts of bits of pieces, But to start out, I usually just get something like this, and then if I find that I use it all the time, and you know I'm measuring things all the time, then I would go and invest into a digital one and spend, you know, 15-20 pounds to get a good one, because you can get these ones, some of them are cheaper, but they're not going to tell you the right. Sometimes they're not quite right. So if you're gonna invest into one, then they probably about 15-20 pound mark. But get a little one for £1, and then you can work your way up from there. Right, so message rings.
Oh, Diane's asked, what are these used for? Which I'm assuming she means.
The message rings. So I haven't got. I have used this in macrame. So I would attach a strand on either side and then macrame on it. So this would be my middle feature on my bracelet. I have used it in necklaces as well, so I could connect these up with just use it as a, like, if you imagine this is the front of your necklace here, so perhaps we add I don't know, 10mm beads from going to the front of our necklace, and you can join them up with a culotte, and you would join them, the culotte, to these with a jump ring. A 6x1 jump ring would be the perfect fit, and then going from the top of these to the back of your necklace where your clasp is, I could go down to maybe 6mm beads, so having more of a feature at the front, having a couple of decorative message rings on the side, and going to the back. It's just giving you a really nice, youthful look. I just really love how they look. So I you know, there's loads of, you could use them as just on a little bit of earrings. So you could attach this to an ear wire and just dangle a couple of beads down at the bottom of it. Just make it a part of your design. I'm just going to pop them here and then find the boxes for them later. Could you stock the big ones? I have a look into it. I'll ask Simon to get some big calipers. And Simon, yes, would it be possible to stock some bigger calipers?
What was that?
Would it be possible to stock some bigger digital calipers?
It would be.
Yeah, he'll do it. He will find some for you. Right, okay, so moving on from the messages, we're going into pins. Now pins, I call them pins and needles, but they're not needles, they're just pins. You got hat pins, and you got eye pins, and you got hat pin balls. So that hat pin comes, again, this comes in all 6 different colors. So you could really match your jewelry, your findings, your jump rings, your ends together with that. So put that there. And hat pin balls, where did you go? Eye pins comes in a couple of different sizes as well. Let me just grab some out. Oh, right in front of me, see? We had a really good clear out on this earlier this year. They moved loads of bits and pieces around, and like, you know, when you get used to it, you have to go to one shelf to pick something up, and then it's not there anymore. It's been moved to a different shelf, or I'll just put it behind me and just move that way. And they are the longer eye pins. And hat pin balls I'm just getting out. Like sometimes with them they are like a little bit stuck together. Let's get some rose gold out. So we have different colours in here, and that bag was open. Right.
There's a lot saying that the sound's quite muffled at the moment.
Okay. Let me have a look and adjust the microphone. What, can you hear me now? Was that because I was turned away? It's still showing it's on. I think, is it all right now? Do let me know. I'm so worried about this stand because I am so blunt with technology that anything can fall on me, and I'm just like, apart from unplugging and plugging it back in, I'm really not sure how much more I can do with it. The stand is good now, cool. Right, so hat pins and eye pins. Hat pins are these little nail-like pins with exactly like a nail end to them. They come in various different sizes. We stock 30 and 50 millimeter lengths of them, depending of how much you want to add to it. Have you got anything with hat pins there, jewellery? No, Gabby didn't pick. Gabby, would you get some hat pin and eye pin jewellery?
Yes.
There's some links and bits and pieces. She will find some for us, because he had a good sort of clear up in the warehouse itself as well. We moved all the samples upstairs at the moment. So
Some of these that you've shown.
oh, Molly just brought it back. So we're stepping back to our watermelon beads. So I just used them to string them as little feature beads in, and they are the wire beads, in sort of just a mixed bracelets, just to give you an idea. You can use them in many different ways. Back to hat pins. So 30 and 50 millimeter in size, depending of how big or how many beads you want to add to it and how you want to connect them. When I do use the pins and I have got big, sometimes you're cutting off like an inch at a time when you're making something, I do put those pins to the side, because they can always be turned into little eye pins later. Eye pins again come in 30 and 50 millimeter. Eye pins have got a little, the one hasn't got a stopper like the hat pin at the end. It has got a little eye. Oh, that's good. I got something, just pop me the necklaces. So again, depending on what you do, 30 or 50 millimeter in size. Am I gonna find this? Yes, that goes there. This one goes there. I just want to pop them back in the right one. That's it. So hat pins or hat pin balls. Before we show you the jewelry, hat pin balls is the same as hat pins, but instead of just a little nail tip finish at the end, you have got this lovely little bauble, this little, I think this is 1.8 millimeter bead. I just want to get a hat pin back out so I can show this to you side by side. So this is hat pin ball, and that is your normal hat pin. So when you add a bead onto it, this one's going to be flush against the bead, and this is going to sit, this little bauble just going to sit underneath the bead, giving you a little bit more decoration. So this one is 0.7 millimeter wire, so it's a little bit stronger. The hat pin ball is 0.6, so that's a little bit easier to manipulate and turn it. So with the hat pin balls, I usually use it for wrap loops at the top to make it even more secure. And with the hat pin, I just loop the top because they're quite strong. Could you do the one-step looper? We already do the one-step looper. I don't know if they are in stock, but Molly will have a look for you. I have got one-step loopers myself as well, but I find it easier just to cut my wires and loop them at the top. Once you go along and make, I don't know, 50, 60 pins, something like this, a pin jewelry, you're gonna be really good at it by the end. That's a silver and gold one, and this is a rose gold one. Actually, it's better if I hold it up. It does sit nicely there as well, but let's just change it around and I hold it up.
Sorry.
Yes.
Okay, I can link that.
Yeah. Molly's going to link you the one-step looper. So with the hat pins, you just sort of create a little fan effect and put it on your string it onto a piece of tiger tail, which then you can connect to a piece of chain. I love this technique because by the time you finish a necklace like this, so there is some bigger ones in the middle and there's smaller ones at the end. So if I turn it like that, you will be able to see it, that you do sort of different sizes as you go along. You graduate up and then you graduate down again. So the middle ones are going to be the longest ones. Now this one is probably got about 70-80 pins on there. So this is a great jewelry to do something like this, do all the different sizes to practice your loops. And these are just looped around, they're not wrapped, and by the time you do all 70-80 pins or how many ever you want to add to your necklace, you will be a seasoned pro with doing loops just with a normal round nose plier itself. Right, can I just pop these ones back? Sorry?
There's nothing up there with eyes.
I think it's in the jewellery box I bought back from the Create and Craft. Maybe. I know there is some in there.
Diane's asked, are these 4 millimeters? Might be them she's talking about.
Let me have a look. These necklaces, I think this is a mixture of 4mm round crystal beads and 5mm, 5 or 6mm bicones. I think they are 5mm. It might be 6. Oh, we got a caliper. Let's measure it. So the glass bead, the bicone beads are going to be 4.7. They're 5mm range. Okay. Oh, and there is a couple of decorative, like Tibetan style hat pins, where you have a really large decorative bottom. Again, just add the beads on it and make the loop on the top. They are quite good as well, but this only comes in this rhodium color, antique silver, I guess. There's another one as well with a decorative bottom. They're great as well to, because you already got something at the bottom there, great as well to do some jewelry. Some earrings. I love using these for earrings. They again 8 pieces for, I think they're £1. The large one was 4 pieces for £1. Air wires. Air wires come in many different styles and many different functionality as well. So the most basic ones, I guess, is these ones, which is the coil balls. And just pop them there because I want to add quite a few on the mat so we can show you all the different ones. Again, I'm not going to put all the different colors out because all of these, most of these, not all of them, but most of them come in 6 different colors. So you can choose the color to suit you. I'm going to pick colors as I go along, random colors, so you can really see them. I love this design as well. This is just a little loop at the bottom, quite simple, but because it's got that a little bit wider at the base here, it's really nice and decorative when you wear it. Moving on, is this bag open? Is this one open? Which one is open? Oh, it's open. Right. If you haven't got your ears pierced, we are covered, because we have a few different style of air wires for you. Oh, Gabby found one with eye pins, brilliant. So jumping back again to the eye pin jewellery, there is many of like sort of linked chains you can do with eye pins just with one piece of beads, and there is many different ways you can do sort of fans, and we have done quite a few over the last few weeks, but this is made with eye pins as well, and then did another eye on the other end and just linked them together with jump ring, so very easily you can make a nice beaded chain as well. So back to air wires. We got little posts. Again, these ones have got a little loop at the bottom. Just grab one out. It comes with the backing as well at the same time. Just going to take one out. Oh, come on. Come out the bag. Backing as well at the same time. Moving along. Oh, I love these. These one again for non-pierced earrings. Non-pierced ears. The earrings is for non-pierced ears. They were the rainbow pack we did. Dotty rainbow pack we did.
Okay, I'll have a look.
There's some loop ones there. Right, another type of non-pierced ones. I'm just going to grab them out and then I'm going to sort of talk you and show you. Oh, I love these ones. These ones for the 10mm Rivoli. And these ones we done the brick stitch with. These sort of loops. And going down, oh, we got stuff like, we got those in smaller ones as well. We got some really large connector ones with loops at the bottom. They're quite good to make sort of statement pieces. And there's a couple of bits at the bottom here which have got like a little decorative bead at the bottom, little flower, just make it a little bit cuter. There's another shape of, oh, that's not it, this one I want. So there's another shape of air wire, which we do use both of them. I'm just going to bring this to the top here. This one is the only difference between them really, and I'll show you, there's not much. So this one is, the wire itself is round all the way round, all the way round air wire, and it has got a bead and a little coil on there. Now this one, as you get to the back side of the air wire, which is, this is what you're going to see at the front, because this goes through your ears, it gets flat, so it becomes like quite thin, and it hasn't got a bead, just got a coil on there. Works exactly the same, both of them. Personal preference, I guess. These ones works exactly the same. It's a little bit heavier design with a bit more metal in there. Again, I love using this one as well, because this one, because of the shape of it, it hugs sort of around your earlobe and the earring what you make with it will be sitting right under your earlobe. Now the post, again, let me just show you, this one has got a little loop on there, so you can connect anything onto it. Again, really a great personal preference. Comes with a little metal backing. These ones, the screw-on ones. So we all very different, and our earlobes are different sizes as well. This one is a great one to have because you can unscrew. This is still works as a clip-on earring, but you can tighten it with the screw, or you can release it. So if your earlobes are bigger, then you want to release it and have a little bit of a gap so you don't have the pinching feeling. And then if you want to tighten it up, you just sort of screw it in and tighten it up. But works, it's exactly the same way. There's a little loop on there so you could dangle things down that way. This one is another clip-on one. A simpler design, just with a clip-on functionality. Again, a little loop there. This one's got a nice little ball end, and again you would dangle something down there. Clip-on.
He has a question. Do they have plastic stoppers?
Which ones? All of the earrings. We do sell them separately. They don't come, the plastic stoppers doesn't come with these earrings, but you can buy them separately, and they are, where are you? You have to tell me, 100 pieces, I think they're about 150. The little plastic stoppers, they're really great from Thales. I do have a couple of bags at home for myself as well, because especially if I wear something which are made from some nice earrings, some nice beads, I don't want to lose them. And I do like my scarves and sort of turtlenecks in the winter, so I will be up here, and I love those little plastic ones. So the last of the clip-on one is this one with a sieve. Now you can, Sarah did a project with this one a few weeks back, I think, where you were sewing on like a little hedgehog top to it, and they look really, really great. Loops are loops. This one comes with a backer as well, the same one as the just the post. Again, you could wrap a wire around this. do loads of different bits of pieces, just a decorative twisted, a little bit heavier wire. And then we did this thin one. This one, we did the brick stitch earrings with it. It was a really great project as well. I think that was a few weeks back as well. Do have a look, because that's a really good one to do. This one is quite simple and quite easy to work with, because this is for the 10mm riveries. We just place the rivel in it, you push those prongs down, and bang bang, your earring is ready to be worn. And that large one, if you want something really a statement one, go for this one, and you can dangle down. So this one, what I would do is to have a longer, take a hat pin or a hat pin ball, have the longest one in the middle, and sort of make it have this one maybe 3 centimeter, these ones 2, and this one just 1 centimeter long, to graduate it down and up to make a really great effect. What about the flat disc post? Have you got any flat disc post? I think we do have some. Molly, can you have a look on the website? Because I have been moving things around. I'm not gonna keep you if Molly's gonna find the link and post it in for you. So the flat disc posts are good if you want to glue like something like a flat back crystal on there, or like a piece of darker glass or anything. They are really good as well. So yeah, so that's all the air wires, and it's been another hour and we've already done 2 shelves again. We're going to have to move on to jump rings and closed rings, and then we got crimps and all the sort of different sizes of crimps for leather cord and stuff like that. But I think we're going to have to keep that for next week, because I've already been waffling here for you for an hour. So I hope you enjoyed it. I hope this helped you. We're going to continue down dial next week as well, so we'll see so much different things to show you and just sort of explain to you what we use for what. Yeah, so I hope you enjoyed this video. If you got any questions, or if you want to see anything more in detail, then do let me know. I do need your help, because I do need some volunteers for Sunday. On my page, which is Kitty Robinson Designs, I am testing something over sort of the internet, testing live, and I need some people to be able to come in. All you need to have a phone with a forward-facing camera, or a computer with a camera, because I want to be able to test that and how we can have a link coming back, so you can show me things, that I can show you things, and I could help you with your beadwork and everything else. So if you are Sharon is saying, unfortunately the quality of the sound is very poor with your new microphone. Do have a look, because you might have to turn it up a little bit on your device. I'm not really sure. If there's anybody, has everybody heard me quite clearly today, or was this a problem? Because I will look into it, and I will try to disconnect it and connect it back in, and sort it out. We will get this sorted, I promise, and do a bit more testing on it. I can turn the microphone back up a little bit. I don't know if this makes any difference. I just moved it up, but I will do more testing on it. So Sunday, if you're free, sort of Sunday late afternoon, early evening, I do my 7 p.m. go live. Little bit of chat, sort of more for sort of personal chat. That's on Kitty Robinson Designs. And if you can help me, very muffled, Debbie's saying. So if I turn it back down, I hope this will better. Sound not very clear, muffled. Yes, so if I turn it up, it goes muffled. If I turn it down, it probably gets better. Because you are too near, and it's not, it doesn't, the echo has been has been cancelled on this one, but this is one of the things I would like to sort of go in and test on Sunday for sounds and other bits of pieces. So a lot of people are saying I will make a note all of these sounds like speaker issue. I'll have a it's just when you moving around. Okay, I'll have a look, and we have a bit more testing on this microphone, because I like this one. This one is not wired. This one is a wireless one, so I can walk away. So if you feel free on Sunday, do message me on Kitty Robinson Designs, and I will message you back and see how we can sort of get together on Sunday late afternoon, early evening for a little bit of testing bits of pieces. I want to do a few different things on the internet, so good things to come. Right, thank you very much for watching. Francis is saying yes, better when you turn it down. Oh, good. So I'll have a bit more testing with this one. Do have a lovely day. Tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. we are going to be doing, and actually, why am I not changing the scene? Because you're just looking at those findings. So there I am. So tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. we are going to be launching Lady Rivoli on the website. So do keep an eye out on that one. Christopher he will be back, and he will demo with me. Bless him. He's been. He said to me the other night, I haven't been on the Facebook Live for ages, so he will be with us, and we're just going to have fun to make some girlfriends for our bottom mens. So do keep an eye for that for 10 a.m. tomorrow morning. Sunday it's going to be me, Monday it's going to be Sarah, Tuesday it's going to be me again, and yeah, so have a lovely weekend. If I don't see you until next week, keep on beading, keep on crafting. Otherwise, I'll see you here tomorrow at 10 a.m., Sunday at 10 a.m., and on my page, Kitty Robinson Design, Sunday evening at 7 p.m. Do have a lovely day, everybody. Take care. Bye.